Alrighty, so we're doing equation of the circle. Is this kind of blurry?
Yeah.
There we go, a little bit better. Alright, so now on this one, 76, 77, 77. So on these right here, you guys are going to have to use the page underneath also. So you're going to have to use the page underneath because we're going to do some equations, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do an equation of this. So it's really not that hard. I just need you guys to do your part. So on my thing, so you guys are going to do a lot of the work on the bottom of this. So hopefully you don't take the whole thing down or try and glue it down like I have one person in here always do.
I didn't get that.
Come grab it then.
No, I didn't get that.
Alright, so let's take a look here, please.
You need to wake up.
It says a circle on the coordinate plane is represented by an equation. The figure is a circle with a radius of 5, okay, showing the radius of 5, and its center is at point 34. So that's the center of the circle. Now for this one right here, we have this equation, and where the center, if you notice, h, right, this is my formula, h is my x value, k is my y value, and the number out here is your radius squared, because 5 is the radius, right? So I'm going to tell you how this works out. So now I'm going to show you guys in the calculator for this. So I asked you guys to get them. So scratch pad. Now we're on a graph. Now this is key. You have to make yourself notes on this because you're going to screw this up. This is the thing that you're going to mess up the most. You, if you're not writing this down right now, are going to screw this up.
Mine's messed up.
Okay, what do? Say doc B.
Doc B.
Doc in the letter B. Because that clears the calculators.
So now I don't got water, I'll straight to the bathroom.
What?
No,
I'm trying to. Okay. Did you do doc B? Now, this is super important right now. You have to hit, to graph a circle is not a function. Okay? It fails the vertical line test. So it's not a function. So you have to hit menu, graph entry, relation. Now, the relation that I have here is going to be what we had. So it's going to be the parentheses. Parentheses, x minus 3, close, square, plus parentheses, y minus 4, close, square.
So you're just writing it down on the thing?
Yeah, you're doing the whole thing, but this is the important. Where did you have to put it in?
Graph.
Nope. You have to change it to relation.
Oh.
It has to be a relation, because otherwise it's not going to work. Now, the next thing is I'm going to put the equal sign. The equal is right here below. Hit scratch pad. No, it's not degree reading. Huh? No.
Wait, so it has
Good.
to be radiant?
No, it doesn't matter.
Did you put enter?
No, do not hit enter. Equals. What was my radius, or what was my number?
25.
25. So I'm entering the whole thing right there. Okay, the whole function, I hit enter. There, I've graphed a circle.
Oh, I got it too. Mistake.
And so what did it also do?
It gave you the
It gave you.
It gave you the center. That's super important right there. It gave you the center.
It gave me the sensor, but it also showed me equations.
Yep, there's the equation because that's what you entered. But it also gives you this center right here.
Oh.
So these calculators are like super helpful. They really are. So now we know how to do this. So now let's go through, and I'm going to go backwards on this. So now let's take a look. So that's if I have an equation. So my formula is just like I have right here where h and k is the center, and I have radius squared out here. Okay, where is the center of the circle is hk, r is the radius. Okay, write an equation of the circle whose center and radius are given. So, how would I write this one?
X minus 2
Okay, x minus 2, close,
parentheses. or
yeah,
Squared
square,
plus parentheses y plus 2.
very good, plus 2, because it's a minus a negative 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it turns to a positive.
Yes, it will change to a positive there. What goes next?
Parentheses squared equals 36.
Very good. That's super easy, right? Yes? Class?
Yes.
Okay, I know this is going to be very hard later on. So I'm trying to give you the easy part, and you're paying attention to the easy part. Not paying attention to your phone. You're actually doing this and writing it down. I am. Where's your pencil? Yeah, please write this down. Yes. So right here, how would I write this next one?
Parentheses x minus 0.
X.
Can it be positive too?
It could be plus or minus. But then if I'm adding 0, do I have to put it? No, I could just put, I'll rewrite it again in a second. Squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 100. Now there's another way of rewriting it because this, I have a 0, right? What is x plus 0? Just x, right? That's x times 0, okay. So I could rewrite it as just x squared plus y squared equals 100. So that would be another way of writing it like that. All right, so I want you guys, you people right now, I want you guys write this out. Tell me what this one's going to be, and I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to write this one out. Then I'm going to do it. You are doing this third one right now. Hey, that guy over there. I don't want to name you in the video, but do you want to come over here to take the notes? Come grab my chair. All right, let's see what we got. Class. Okay, what am I going to have?
X plus 4.
Very good.
Plus
Y what?
Plus 2
Close equals 5. Very good. Because the square root of 5 squared is just going to give you 5. Because the square is going to undo my square root. Good job. Now, this next part is what we're going to need to do on the paper underneath. So this, I did all the work for you here, but I would rather do it and have you guys work it out with me. So I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to do it on the page underneath. So I'm going to rewrite it as x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 4y minus 4 equals 0. This is 77. 70. Yeah, 77.
Is that a 4 right now?
That's a 4. It's on your paper. It's the one that I gave you on the paper. Yes. Sure. All right. So now that we have this written down, we're gonna regroup this. I'm gonna regroup this, but with the x's, then the y's, but then I'm gonna put my other number, my constant, the one without a variable, on the other side of the equal sign. So it's going to be x squared minus 2x plus y squared minus 4y. Now to move it to the other side, I'm going to add 4 to both sides, right? So that's going to be equal positive 4. Get your feet off that wall. Now the next thing we're going to do is called completing the square. Okay, this is a algebra term, and it's an algebra 3-4. You actually do this a couple times in math, and you should have done it up until this point. But you might not have done it with 2 variables. You might have done it with just 1 variable. But like all things in here, I'm not going to assume that you already know it. I'm going to teach you as if you have no clue what's going on, because some people do. Now, I'm going to rewrite this, and I'm going to put in a bunch of blanks, because that's what's needed here. So I'm going to go x squared minus 2x plus blank. Then I'm going to have plus y squared minus 4y plus blank equals 4 plus blank plus blank. Okay, golden rule in math. Anyone know that one? What's a golden rule?
2 plus 2 is 4.
No. What you do to one side, you do to the other, right? It's the same as the golden rule. Do unto the others as you would do them, have them do unto you. But if you add something to the left side, you have to add it to the right. So that's the math golden rule. So if you add to one side of the equal sign, you have to keep it weighted. So if you add 5 to the left side, you have to add 5 to the right to make it equal still. Make sense? Yeah. All right. Now, I'm going to show you guys the formula for this one right here. This, it's going to be b divided by 2 squared. Same thing goes for this. B divided by 2 squared. What's B? So we're going to do it right now. So this is going to be A, B, and eventually this is going to be my C. And it's the same thing goes for this. A, B, and C. So we're making an equation for my x's, equation of my y's. Yeah, go ahead. So we're making equations for the x's and we're making the equation for the y's. So what is the b value for my x's? It's -2, right? So I'm going to take right here, -2 divided by 2 is -1, and do what? Square it. What's negative 1 squared?
1.
1. So I'm going to have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Here's my first blank. Plus y squared minus 4y plus. Now, let's do the next one here. So, I'm doing the same thing for my y values. So my b for my y values is, what's the b for my y values? Negative 4, right? Are you guys agreeing over here, or just... Did I lose you guys? Okay, I need some confirmation. I need some interaction here, because this is supposed to be teaching, not preaching. Teaching means I need some interaction from you people. I need to, like, a question. Besides, I need to go to the restroom. I need some information. I need feedback. I need, hey, what is that? Or, you know what? Can I go to sleep right now? No, you cannot. Now, is there any questions about what we just did right there? Yes.
Why did you add an extra number for 1?
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so now if I do, because I'm trying to, it's called completing a square. I'm going to make this into a perfect square. So it's a mathematical term of a perfect square. Okay, so we're doing step by step. So this is your first step right here, okay? And whatever I do to one side, I also do the other, right? So this 1 is also going to go in that spot right there. Okay, when we get to that point. So, you two back there. Are you guys good with this? Because this is not the easiest concept. So I'm trying to make sure you guys, before I go on too far, to lose you.
No, I'm good. I think I really need some help.
I'm lost.
Okay, where?
Well, I left to the restroom, so.
I know. So, what is my b value? It's negative 4 here, right? For my y's, because I have 2 of them. I have one for my x's, and I have one for my y's. So my b value is negative 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what am I going to do to that negative 4?
Divided by 2.
Which gives me
Negative 2.
negative 2. And square negative 2, I get
Negative 4.
positive 4. Positive 4. So that's going to be a 4 there, right? That's a 4 equals. Now, bring down my 4 that was already there. Plus 1 and plus 4. Right? There's my 1 and there's the 4.
Why is it plus 1 plus 4? Yeah.
Because I'm completing a square. Because I have to do this to actually make this into a perfect square. And I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Because I'm turning a trinomial into a binomial. Okay? And to do that, you have to have a perfect square to do it. And in the next step, it might make a little bit more sense. So, what I'm actually doing here on this next thing is going to be, the process is going to be x, and then it's going to be plus b over 2, close square, plus parentheses, y, plus b over 2 squared equals all of that. So, by doing what I just did right there, this is my formula. I have 2 steps to my formula. So it's basically, I need this to add over here. And so when I add it to both sides, it's now going to complete it and make it like this. Isn't this like these right here?
Yeah.
It's just like these, and that's what I have to make. That's what I'm trying to make out of this. I'm trying to make it look like this. And I'm going to show you what it's going to look like here in a minute. So, I'm going to go ahead, let's fill in. So this first one is going to be x. Now, what is my b value? It's negative 2, right? The b was negative 2 divided by 2. Negative 1. So it's minus 1 closed square.
What happens to the x?
The x just stays there.
Yeah.
It stays there because remember the x, it looks like this right here, right? Okay? All right, so now I'm going to have plus, parentheses, y. What was my b value for my y's? -4. Divide by 2. -2. So I'm going to put -2, close square, equals. Now, what is the sum of all this? 9.
So all the steps were to.
Yes, to turn this, it's to turn this into this. Okay? Yeah, it's turning this into this so I could actually graph this. Now, where is the center of my circle? So the center of the circle. Now let's go back. Let's look at these right here, right?
1 -2.
So it's going to be what?
1 -2.
1 and... It's not -2. Remember, it's always opposite. If you notice right here from my formula, it's always opposite, right?
Oh, so then +2?
+2, very good. Equals, oh, not equals. And then my radius,
9.
it's not 9.
Oh.
Isn't it going to be my radius squared over here?
It'd be 1.
Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so now look. What was the radius here?
6.
The radius is 6, right? So my number out here is 36, but my radius is 6. What is the opposite of squaring? Square root, right?
So 3.
So it is going to be 3. So I take the square root of this number. So it's going to be square root of 9, right? So square root of 9, which is just equal to 3.
Oh my god.
Now, all that work, and I'm going to show you how we got to that first line. How we got to this first line right here.
Wait, but wouldn't it be 4 instead of 2? It's -2 squared.
Where? This?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to turn it into this. So I'm going to take my answer here and turn it back into the question. Okay, so I'm going to do the math. So for this one right here, let's take a look. It's going to be x minus 1, right? Now, isn't squaring it just saying it's going to be x minus 1 again? Plus, same thing, y minus 2 times y minus 2 equals 9. So what I'm doing is, I don't know if you guys remember this from algebra, so I'm gonna FOIL this. I'm gonna do my distribution. I'm gonna FOIL this. So x times x gives me
X squared.
x squared. X times -1 is -x. -1 times x, -x. And then -1 times -1, +1. So plus 1 plus. Now let's do the same thing here. So I'm going to have, so y squared, y times -2, -2y, -2 times y, -2y, and then my last is going to be plus 4 equals 9, right? Let's move this up. Now let's go ahead and combine like terms over here. So we're going to combine like terms. So now I have x squared, and then I have y squared here, right? Y squared plus y squared. Now, how many x's do I have right here?
2.
So what would I write?
-2x.
-2, right? So it's a -1, -1, so it's -2. And then, over here, what do we have? -4y plus 1 and plus 4 equals 9. Now, on my on my original problem, it's equal to 0, right? So what I need to do is actually subtract 9 from both sides to make this 0 right here. Minus 9 minus 9. So now I get x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 4y minus 4 equals 0. Let's see if I can fit it all right there. That's the exact same thing as what I have up there. So all that work that I did to here, to this point right here to get the center and all that, it's just working this out backwards. Okay? So it is going backwards and forward, but this part right here is probably going to be the hardest part, is just trying to write this, trying to factor out this equation. So let's go back to this. So going back to this, the center was at 1, 2, and the radius was 3, right? Okay, good, we have that. So, now, let's look at this one. Where's the center? Where's the center of this one?
1, 2.
Try again. We're doing this problem right here.
0.
Where is it?
0.
0 and,
Yeah.
there we go, 0, 0, right?
I'm so smart. Fudge.
Okay, so what's my radius?
Because there's no number. Where's the page 5?
It is going to be 5, right? Because it starts off with square root of 25, or 25, right? So we take this number and do the square root, right? So from this form, I have to square root. So my radius is 5. So if I'm going to draw this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes here, 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 and here. So I'm going to do my best to try and sketch this, which my compass is broken. I have like 3 compasses here, and they're all broken.
I'm tired.
There we go. So,
No, I didn't pinch you.
there we go.
It didn't hurt.
Okay, so that's what you're going to have to do there. All right, so let's see if you guys are paying attention. Now, right now I'm going to give you about 20 seconds, or 30 if you need it. What's the center, and what is the radius? So write that down right now. Write down center and radius for those two right there. Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, class. Where's my center?
-2, 1.
What is it? -2 and
Positive 1.
+1. And my radius is
2.
2. Because you take this number and it's the square root of that number, right? This one just happened to have perfect squares. All right, so let's go through and... Okay, so that means that my radius is 2 and my center is at -2, +1. -2, +1. So the center is here. And so it goes right 2, up 2, left 2, and down 2.
That's it?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We're not saying
Is it too easy or no?
yeah, it's short.
Yeah, that's alright.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so Now, the last part of this is we're going to do this previous problem in the calculator. So, if you're having trouble to see what your graph is supposed to look like, put it in the calculator. So we're going to do that with this one right here that is circled in red. So we're going to do the one that we actually did there. So, let's see. Bring this back up. So, from the calculator, everyone's picking up your calculator. Everyone, picking up that calculator. From right here, if you hit tab, up, and then clear it, you could actually change this. Just delete. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do the one that we have in red. The one in red that I actually did, I circled, so it was the x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 4y minus 4.
Wait, rewind it from the beginning?
Huh?
Rewind it from the beginning?
Rewind it?
Yeah, like repeat what you said.
Okay,
Beginning.
this problem right here that we did. So it's on your paper. It's the original equation. It's the one that we did on the back page too. And then I put equals 0. Did you find that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is important. So let's enter this in now. Now, look at what this did. My calculator, does it give me the center?
No.
Yeah.
So, am I able to get away with not doing all of that?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. You are able to get away with not doing all that. So, and if you're struggling and seeing where it's at, menu, you could zoom. Zoom the center. Look right there. So it's going to be, there's my 1 and there's 2. So it's right 1 and up 2. All right, so I'm doing my best to try and give you guys all the answers to everything. So, your guys' practice, which is here,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
you're going to have to do a lot more graphing of this, right?
Adding. Sorry, what is it?
And then the backside, serious question, can I do these in the calculator?
Yeah.
Can I do these in the calculator?
Yeah.
Will that give me the center?
Yeah.
Yes, it will. So, you guys got something to do here, right? Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.